So the CEO of a hot artificial intelligence startup won praise from other chief executives, including Elon Musk, after he announced a hiring policy that, get this, focuses on merit. Let's talk about it on Azimuth Podcast. I'm Barrett McNabb, and with me is Kimberly McNabb.
Alexander Wang, who founded Scale AI in 2016, shared on social media that his company has formalized an MEI hiring policy. Now, we have way too many acronyms. I mean, like I didn't get enough with you being in the military with all the acronyms. I never could keep up. But, you know, I've heard of DEI, we all have. I've heard some people arrange them into DIE, and then even IDEA. And then the latest one I heard of was idea with a B at the end. So I'm
belonging.
like,
I think it was belonging.
Yes. And so when I heard of MEI, I'm like, what? But no, this means merit, excellence, and intelligence. There's a novel idea.
Yeah, obviously that's contrasting to DEI, which is the diversity, equity, and inclusion. And, you know, again, as you mentioned, the B getting added every once in a while for belonging. And, you know, that policy is popular at other companies. And they, you know, are wanting to say that diversity is their strength. But, you know, this CEO Wang, he wants the sharpest and brightest for what he wants to do. I mean, you know, just to be merit-based, I think is hugely important in a capitalist society. I mean, it's the best ideas that are coming forward. It's the smartest people that are doing the greatest good.
Well, I think those are especially important for what they do.
Right.
Scale AI helps other businesses that want to deploy AI models by providing human workers, I'm all for that, and software services that label and test the data used to train those models. Without good data, generative AI will fail to deliver accurate responses to user queries, which makes me remember Google's Gemini, which was a complete disaster. You remember, like,
right.
Oh, show me the founding fathers. None of them are white or old or male.
Right. All black females in suits of armor.
or the like, totally inaccurate. So the CEO emphasized that Scale AI treat candidates as individuals, not representatives of groups.
Yeah. So Wang, you know, he had an interesting, you know, quote that he gave the news article, and he says there's a mistaken belief that meritocracy somehow conflicts with diversity. And he says he strongly disagrees. No group has a monopoly on excellence. And that is something that I completely agree with. I mean, when you talk about, you know, is one race better than the other? Do we need to have percentages of race better than the other? We're all human beings, and we all have the same relative level of intelligence. Some people, and it doesn't matter what your race is, black, white, Hispanic, Asian, some people are smarter than others.
Yes.
Some people are better at playing basketball than others. Some people are better race car drivers than others. Some people program computers better than others. And to have this meritocracy be the basis of what your company is founded on, it, you know, just makes sense. Now let's talk about, you know, the diversity. If a company deliberately excludes a race from their company because they're like, well, look, we just don't want to have, you know, greater than 7% black people, even though they're smart, we're going to exclude them, then they need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law.
If you look at it on the flip side of what the current trend is, I believe it was United, like, oh, we want 50% of our pilots to be women or people of minority races, you're putting a cap on the white people. Like, if we were to put a cap on the black people, I mean, just always flip the script. You know, all this reminds me of this social media post by an influencer. She was saying, oh, well, when white people complain about DEI and they want to ban it, you know, what they're really talking about. They're being racist against black people. I'm like, no, this whole DEI thing is what's really racist.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, but to what I was saying in my point was that if you deliberately are excluding somebody, you should be prosecuted. That's illegal. That's hiring people on a basis or not hiring people on a basis of race or religion or things like that. So I'm all for the merit-based, and Scale AI is not excluding people. He is just hiring people, and he's meeting individually with each new hire, and he's testing them. And this is a different kind of test where some CEOs ask, tell me about a time that you were fired, and his big thing is he never hired somebody that had never been fired before, that had that sting in the workplace. There's the CEO who does the dish test. Give him a cup of coffee, and what's he do with his cup of coffee after the interview's over? Does he wash it, or does he just leave it there for somebody else to take care of? So these are not the tests that he's doing. He's doing skill-based tests.
Right, ones that actually matter.
Ones that actually matter
in a job. I want to circle back to what you said. Some people are good at coding, some people are good at this, that, and the other. It kind of reminds me of this Mind of Mencia bit,
okay,
where he is racially profiling branches of the military.
Okay.
And it's pretty hysterical, but unfortunately it's back from like 2004 to 2006, so to find the clip's really hard. But what he was saying is different people are attracted to different things. Some people want to blow up shit, so they might go into the army or go to infantry or something like that. And the Asians, they're smart, they want to fly the drones, and we get the best from all these different walks of life, and they come together and form the kick-ass military.
Right.
For the United States of America.
No, all those quotes that you use, those are actual quotes from the Mind of Mencia.
More or less,
yeah,
but it's been a while since I've seen it, but all of that reminded me of that clip.
It is kind of amazing that even back then, 2004, things are, the more things change, the more things are the same.
Well, yes, and a lot of this, CRT, Marxist kind of stuff, this, victimology kind of thing that we have going on, it's been a long time coming. So, we shouldn't be completely surprised by it.
Right. But, he's saying the way he's accomplishing this is he is casting a wide net for talent. And then again, just as we talked about, he objectively selects the best without any bias in any direction. He's not going to pick winners and losers based on somebody being right or wrong for the job, or based on race or gender and so on. It should be needless to say who is best qualified for the job.
Yeah, to say there's a wrong race or gender, that's kind of racist and sexist, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, the CEO said that upholding meritocracy is not only good for business, but it's morally right. And I couldn't agree more. The biggest thing is, in a capitalist society where there are winners and losers, right, in business, and products and services have competitors all the time. And so let's just take a cola, and it's let's say dark cola, and to say flavor A or company A has flavor and company B has a flavor, and more people prefer company's A's flavor, then company B is eventually going to go out of business if they can't. And so the company needs to either innovate and have a better product, or they're going to get phased out. And that's really kind of what meritocracy and merit is. Either you are the best at your job, and the next promotion will go to the person that's the best, and eventually you're stacking your company with all these great minds. And in a capitalist society, that's your competitive edge. He is in a software AI company. And so again, the competitive edge is smart people. That's really what it boils down to, until AI can start designing themselves, and then we're all in trouble. But Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, tweeted out on X his total approval. But Elon is going to need to step up his arbiter of truth game on social media, because this guy is certainly the man of the hour, and I think a lot of CEOs are recognizing this. But good on him, and he's obviously going to be successful because he's hiring the best, and that's really what every company should strive to do.
Absolutely, and I love that he's keeping some humans in the mix to hopefully keep this AI in check.
Yeah, absolutely. So we saw this and we wanted to bring it to you. So thank you for watching Azimuth Podcast, and please stay tuned after these messages.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for listening. If you enjoy our show with all of the stories we share, we would love your support.
And it's as easy as clicking that subscribe or follow button. This will ensure you never miss an episode and keeps us bringing you these important stories. Your support makes a huge difference. Thank you so much for being part of our podcast family.
Thanks, and keep tuning in.